for you. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Stephen Curry.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now look at Memphis' starting group. Cam Thomas is out there with Booker. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Barrett, and it's Landale in at the 5 down low. And for the Warriors, we've got Mikal Bridges. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Curry. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Horford at the center position. And here we are, Greg, about a third of the way through the season. Is it too early to talk about MVP?
Some people debate that even before the season begins. I think we do have a front runner, but out of respect for the field, I'll keep that to myself. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And it's always nice to get an easy look inside for your first points of the game.
For 3, Booker with the putback. Horford with the rebound. Anunoby against Portis. Bridges for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
Booker with no one around, and they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Right side, Barrett. Over Bridges. Barrett, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Connects from 3-point range.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best 3-point shooter I've ever seen.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. Now, I asked Coach about what he has in store to try and slow down Devin Booker. Now, he laughed and told me they've lost sleep over how to defend him. They mentioned how, with and without the ball, Devin can hurt you. So Booker will have their total focus on defense. And Devin will have our total focus as well. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Pass to Booker. Shoots over Bridges. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Booker's got 7 points. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And now when they owned the backboards, most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Well, watching the film, I thought they did a great job playing with energy.
Memphis is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Hartenstein's checked in for OG Anunoby, and Memphis also making a switch. Santi Aldama's checked in for Bobby Portis. That gives them the lead.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Shaedon Sharpe. And Memphis also making a switch. Smith is checked in. Bridges for three. It's rebounded by Booker.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Driving in at the crossover. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford.
And Booker looks to score and score often. When he's driving, never afraid of the contact.
It's checked in for Jock Landale. GA, when you think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Bridges misses.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
The Grizzlies with another miss. Warriors trail by 5. Will it go? Here's Green. Here's Curry with the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors. Here's Booker. 11 points in the game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thomas. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Good read by Aldama. His selfless attitude is why his guys enjoy playing with.
Bridges. They kick it out to Green to the inside. Golden State moving the ball around. Horford from outside. It's rebounded by Bridges. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Aldama. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Grizzlies shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Shooting for Memphis.
And both free throws. Good for Aldama. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Memphis Grizzlies. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
We've got Sharp. Green is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Highland in at the 1. That's the Warriors' 5.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Pass to Aldama. Smith outside. And here's Barrett. Floats one up. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeed.
Warriors trail by 8. Sharp on the wing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier conceptual competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
While you look at Sharp, his athleticism is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad that he's in a position to take part.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. And Greg, you talk about toughness. The compete factor? How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Anunoby kicks to Green. On the wing, Bridges. 5 to shoot. Aldama with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
Pass to Sharp. Over in the corner, Green on deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. Losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Booker, who's checked in for the Grizzlies. There's a screen by Aldama. He was all alone on that one. Booker's got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
Here's Sharp. Good D by Booker. And so Booker will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. Now, Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster. We'd heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
Sharp against Booker. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight. Anunoby passes to Hartenstein. For 3, Bridges. Aldama with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Timeout.
Well, you can live with that turnover because they've been very careful with the ball until this point.
And we got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And some changes here for the Warriors. Simmons comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Shaedon Sharp. Memphis also making some changes. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Santi Aldama. And it's Walter in for Barrett. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, DA. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. John Glandale's checked in for Smith. And Barrett subbed in for Walter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Curry outside. And the Warriors miss again.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Booker. Booker going to work inside.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
Bridges outside. Looking to get it going. It's to Curry. What's it 5 from 18? That one wide left. In the corner, Barrett with it. With 3, Booker. Warriors with the rebound. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with a win.
It was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off. Had a clear advantage on the backboard.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding battle.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Memphis Grizzlies.
They're moving well on offense, great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team?
What I remember seeing, they pass the ball in the Shaq Ernie, and it never comes back out.
That's why they call me the Shaq Hole.
And looking at the players of the month, here are the winners from each conference. For the East, Ja Morant.
Well, Ja Morant has certainly been one of the most exciting guys to watch. The athleticism, are you kidding me? Never passes up an opportunity for a big play, but also does the other stuff. Control the pace, run the offense. He's the complete package.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Booker out there with Thomas. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Landale in at the center, filling out the middle. Good. 10 points for Shaedon Sharpe.
Oh, gritty play by Sharpe inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Pass to Landale. Down low, and stolen by Horford. And it's the Warriors on the break. There's the three. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Sharpe.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharpe has in this one.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league? Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive abilities.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Bridges with it. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Curry kicks to Bridges. That three off the mark. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 11 points. Warriors trail by 6. Here's Sharpe. It's rebounded by Booker. It's Thomas on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Thomas got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You take a look at the Warriors. They're 7th right now. Not a bad spot, but certainly they'd like to string together a run of wins. And checking out Memphis. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And seeing where the Warriors are, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him.
Right.
Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Stan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Wow.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Barrett the pass to Aldama. Memphis moving it around. Inside. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Aldama's size makes attacking from right under the hoop an easy option.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. Memphis leading by 6. Booker looking around. 1:25 left to play here in the third. Yep, that one goes in there.
Excellent footwork there. Booker, so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
Horford the pass to Sharp. Outside for Curry. Takes the 3. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Pass to Landale. Now here's Booker. Good work defensively by Horford.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Sharp the pass to Bridges. Horford kicks to Curry. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Landale. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one goes on Anunoby. The Grizzlies have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Walter, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Marcus Sasser comes in for Devin Booker. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to 4 on the bucket from Simmons. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Barrett. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Barrett's got 5 points so far.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing. And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Grizzlies lead by 4. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts hard. Cutting through contact. Passes sharp. And the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
Well, you can tell that he wants his team to be precise with their decision-making.
Kevin, he's aware of just how special they are when they play smart and play together.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Isaiah Hartenstein. Green is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Simmons in at the power forwards position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Green kicks to Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you love when Simmons plays with aggression inside because it really forces the D to adjust.
Both shots good from the stripe. Memphis leading. Here's Sasser. Outside Thomas. The tray. Warriors with the rebound. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. They swipe it. Outside Portis from past the arc, and the three ball is good. Portis has got himself on the board with 3 there. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Memphis' head coach had some words for the team during the break. He's obviously pretty happy. He said, I know they're not going to take us lightly next time. He knew what the deal was with that underdog role coming into the game.
Thank you, David. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 3. They host the Kings after this game. Count it, good.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Thomas feeling it out a bit, and Portis throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Al Horford, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Shaedon Sharpe comes in for Simmons. And Curry subbed in for Draymond Green. Memphis also making some changes. Jock Landale's checked in for Smith. Barrett comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's Devin Booker in for Marcus Sasser. Portis against Anunoby. Here's Thomas. Warriors with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Bridges. Pass to Sharpe to take the lead. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Booker the pass to Portis. Back to Booker. Booker fires it up and in.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
Bridges misses.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You got to make those.
Thomas, good.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharpe, someone you can count on in the moment.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Booker. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Curry outside. Landale grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Barrett with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. Booker. The Warriors pull it in. 1:16 left to play here in the 4th. It's Curry outside. Drills the three-pointer. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
Booker dishes to Thomas. To the left side wing. Portis kicks to Thomas. Money!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Curry. Count it!
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
The Grizzlies call timeout. There's 42 seconds left here in the 4th quarter.
And in that situation, everybody knows the ball's going to be in Booker's hands, and he comes up big.
He takes it in.
Oh, huge bucket from Sharp. You know he's got to be feeling good after that one.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Thomas. This one for three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Grizzlies foul, Jock Landale. Second personal foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Second personal foul.
He gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And that's lethal. I love how Booker's eyes light up when he gets a mid-range opportunity. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Booker finds Thomas. From downtown, it's rebounded by Anunoby. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. 15 foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Now Booker from deep three-point territory. Off the mark. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by. Thank you for that, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.